everybody, my name is Tricky Dicky, and welcome back to Elisa The Inkeeper. This is the, not quite the full version, but this is the early access now. So, it costs about £6 or something. But they've made a few more changes again to the title screen. There she is, beautiful Elisa. And I think we've still got all the extras here that we saw in the updated prequel version. So I'm going to have a little look, see what we have. Ooh, we have a map! Okay. Oh, I missed something. Unlockable items, what's this? A book of some sort. Alright, so they've recognised that I've already completed the prequel, which essentially is Act 1. So short chapter is never less important because it allows the player to make meaningful choices, thank you music, which will influence the unfolding events. So the choices you make, again, in this sort of game, spurs the progression of the story. So now we're up here, so Act 2, The Fall. This act is the most important part of our story. All the choices made by the player help shape the attitude of the characters according to the karma system. Okay, so what do we got here? So we've got good karma, oh I see. Both for the, the merchant and the knight. Well, let's get into it. Let's see what it is. If I can remember the voices for them. Oh God, who's this? Fabrizio. Hey, mistress. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to read it as normal for Fabrizio. Hey, mistress. What's up? Never a moment of peace. Elisa didn't even have the time to stop and think. The waiter suddenly appeared as usual. He was quick to see his mistress, Mrs.'s, help whenever a problem surfaced. Fabrizio, I hope for you that it is something serious this time. See, sometimes I too need a break. Luckily, the girl was used to this sort of thing by now, even if she didn't necessarily like it. That guest staying in the room upstairs is complaining about his bed sheets. He is not satisfied with them. He insists to have them changed. Ah, that'll be the night. I know, he told me to. I'll get on it right away. Very well, give me the sheets then. I can bring them to him. Ah, you may go. I'll bring them upstairs myself. The waiter looked a bit surprised by that reply. Elisa typically did not serve her guests in person. Shame. Do you want to do it yourself? Aren't you jealous by any chance? Yes, I'll do it. Why are you so shocked? Do you find it weird, maybe? Huh, you jealous? Ooh, good karma. Nice. Dear Fabrizio, aren't you jealous by any chance? Who? Me? Not at all. I was just thinking that you must really care about the night. In this inn, I care about everyone. Right. Of course. Oh, he's in love. Poor fool. He wants something... Excuse me. God, Gwent. Sorry. Poor fool. Just put me off with it. Poor fool. He wants something from me. I'll keep him hoping for a reward, so that he will not complain too much. So sorry. Thus far, I've always served guests myself. That's true. However, Fabrizio, sometimes you are a bit rough with guests sometimes. Oh. Or perhaps you're just too gentle with them. Oh, he's gone into the female voice. I am conscious of what I do, and I do not need someone to reproach me. Alright then, find yourself another waiter. The man looked extremely put off. He threw his apron on the table and started walking out. Oh. Immediately, Elisa stepped forward and grasped Fabrizio's hand, already thinking about how to get him to reason. Why are you being like this, Mr. Fabrizio? Are you angry with me? Do you remember what your father told us too before he died? Yes, once I need a husband. I'll heed his word. Okay. My patience is not endless, however. I cannot stand such situations. Who do you think I am? A loose girl? A crook? You shock me. What do you think I do with my customers that come and go from here? If I treat them with a certain care, is it only for my own interest to uphold the name of the inn? I do not care about gifts. Love, I don't care about that either. Right now, I know who is worthy of me, and what is my best interests, as I said. When I marry, and only then, I will think about my father's last words. I know a good man when I see him, and I want to marry someone like that. This should be enough, Fabrizio. Try to understand me if you can. Despite those powerful words, the girl still did not seem to care much about Fabrizio's jealousy. Then, with no further delay, she had already gathered up and lifted the basket of folded sheets. I understand this is important to you, but I can't pass if you're standing in front of the door. Oh dear. Without even waiting for a response, she just started to walk past him. Whoever can understand her must be a genius. One moment she's looking right into me, the moment after, she's moved on. I don't know what to think anymore. We'll see, I guess. I like her. I care a lot about her. I would try and change my life in order to stay with her more. But it cannot go on like this. Ooh. Ah, the night. Some quiet, finally. That talk with the two fools downstairs sure irked me. Good word. I hope nobody comes to bother me again. Hello! Oh God, who's this? Your Grace! Someone brought you a letter! Bah! Forget it! The knight bookmarked the page on the book with a leaflet and put the book away. Then he took the letter that the servant brought him. He opened it and started reading. Siena, January 1st, 1753. Who's writing? Orazio Taccagni. Gotta pronounce that right. Ah, my dearest friend, the close friendship that binds us compelled me to write you. Because it is imperative that you come back home. Count Manor has passed. Ooh. Poor Count. It's a shame. He made his only daughter the sole heir of 4,000 gold coins. Nice. All of our friends believe that you deserve to gain such a fortune. A bit taken aback by the sum the letter was mentioning, the knight was tempted to take up such an inheritance. However, reading the part regarding his only daughter was enough to make him change his mind quickly. They shouldn't do these things for me. They know I don't want women pestering me. And Orazio knows this more than anyone else. That's the thing that annoys me the most. Calmly, the knight ripped the letter to tiny shreds. Why the hell should I care about 4,000 gold pieces? As long as I live alone, I will need a lot less. Whereas if I was married, I would need at least double. A wife for me, I'd rather be sick and bedridden. Fine. Oh. Ow. Someone knocks at the door. That fucking hurt. Anyway. There's another pest. Deeper. Who's there? Not too deep. Ah, Eliza. May I come in, Your Excellency? See, going from deeper to higher is a bit difficult. Music changed. May I come? May I come in, Your Excellency? Doesn't sound like that. Of all people, Eliza was the last one the knight would have expected. The girl stepped into the room awkwardly, without closing the door behind her. Even thinking of facing the knight intimidated her. "What do you want?" Here are the new bed sheets you have requested." "Good. Put them over there," he replied, pointing at the cupboard behind him. "I beg you to at least check if they are to your liking." "What's that stuff?" "These are all made of silk." At that point, Eliza came even closer to the knight to pull out a sheet from the basket in order to show him. Oh, she likes him. "Silk?" "Yes, sir. 5 gold coins per meter." Oh, God. Have a look. "I did not ask for so much. I would have been satisfied with something more decent than what I found." "These sheets are reserved for people of great honor who can appreciate them. To be completely truthful, Your Excellency, I am only offering these to you. I will not take them out for someone else." "Only for me?" Empty compliments. Putting the sheet back into the basket, Eliza walked to the dining table, which had been prepared. Ooh, for what? "Look at this!" "Oh, this is Flanders cloth. I know that they wear out very quickly if you wash them. There is no need to get them dirty for me." Okay. "For a knight of your worth, I do not care about such details. I have plenty of these cloths." Cloves, I think that says. I've been saying it wrong all this time. "And I save them for men of your status." Words. "Why is she so helpful now?" "Because she fucking loves you, probably. She's got a thing for you. Knight in shiny armor, that sort of thing." Anyway. The kind manners of the innkeeper had completely caught the attention of the knight. "Give the sheets to my servant, or put them over there. There is no need to bother with this." "Oh, but it is not a problem at all for me to serve such a high-ranking knight. I will be honored if you let me make the bed for you, Excellency." "There is no need for you to do this. Really, I'm serious." "I beg you, I would really love to." So she wishes to flatter me. To flatter me? Don't know. Women, they're all the same. If you believe it is necessary, go ahead. As you wish then. If you really insist then, do this bed as long as you bother me no more. Let's say as you wish. Try that. He's smiling. "As you wish then." He replied in the end, looking away from the girl as she picked up his book again and tried to resume the reading he had to interrupt earlier. "He won't even glance at me. I'll show him." Hoo-hoo, she's trying. Hoo-hoo. The innkeeper started spitting at the screen. No, she didn't do that. The innkeeper started making the bed. In a handful of seconds, the used sheets were already all on the ground. Oh. Ooh, hello. Crikey. However, it took her a while to lay out the clean sheets. It was a challenge to unfold every corner properly without taking her eyes off the knight. She really fancies him. "It'll just be a moment. I'm good at this, you know." "Oh, really?" He kept reading. "Yeah, I'm going to read this book while she sits on the bed, glaring at me." What a surly man. Oh, voice. "Yes, I've gotten quite good at this." I think she's insisting now. "Fools hear the those words and fall for it immediately. I would. Look at the situation. If you say so. What do you desire for lunch? Cheese. No, can't have that. I'll eat whatever is on the menu. I'd still like to know your favourite foods. If you like some things more than others. Read. Please feel free to tell me. If I want something, I'll let the waiter know. Oh, he's gone. But in these things, men do not have to have the attention and patience that we women possess. If you have a specific dish in mind, maybe a spicy sauce or something, do not hesitate to tell me. Oh, sounded a bit Irish then. Hearing those words, the knight let out a small laugh. Ha! I appreciate it. However, you won't be able to charm me like you did the prince and the merchant. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about those two insolent men? They come to this inn and they expect to be able to seduce the innkeeper. We have other things to focus on rather than indulge their fantasies. We're here for our own interest. If we ever say something good to them, it is to keep them here as long as possible. And personally, when I see them get their hopes up, I find it so funny. The knight, captivated by those words, closed his book without even bookmarking the page and put it on the table. Whew. And breathe. Go. Great. I like your honesty. Oh, I am nothing if not honest. You certainly act very well with your suitors, though. Acting? Me? Never. You could ask those two always running after me. Ask them if I ever gave them a sign of affection. I cannot stand men who flirt so blatantly. I despise women who run after men just the same. I value freedom more than anything else. That's good. Oh yes, freedom is the greatest treasure. So many lose it foolishly. Don't you also find it absurd to give up such a treasure for a woman? What is she thinking? The knight felt his body heating up as his cheeks reddened due to the overwhelming embarrassment. Oh! Finally, I found a topic we're on the same page. The innkeeper could barely contain her smile. Why do you smile? Oh, nothing. Just thinking back to something Fabrizio told me today. She thinks about him while she's in here with me. Oh, I see. Do you have a wife, Your Excellency? Ah. Now, according to the letter, it was something pertaining to his only child. Fortunately for me, no, I never married. No, I have no wife, so there's no option there. I'm going to go this way. No, I have no wife. So the pause would imply that maybe he's lying. Amazing! Keep it that way. Do you like the way I'm making your bed? Regardless, I have to admit, I have never heard a girl talk this way. What? Ah, yes, sure. I'm almost done. Just give me one more moment, please. After she was done making the bed, Eliza picked up the basket and stepped off the bed. Ooh, change of music. I will be going now with your permission, Your Excellency. Holding the basket, she walked towards the door, looking like she meant to leave. Oh yeah. You're leaving already? I wouldn't want to disturb you. No, it's fine. I like having you here. You entertain me. See, I do the same as with the others. I stop by for a few minutes, and I'm a cheerful person, so I tell a couple of jokes for entertainment. They think I'm interested in them, and they immediately start to flirt. Don't you think that's absurd? This is because of your good manners, he replied, turning the other way, trying to hide his embarrassment. The innkeeper didn't fail to notice the knight's reaction, and she knew she'd accomplished her goal. There you go. It's worked. Her magic worked. You are too kind, Your Excellency. So they end up falling in love? Falling for a woman at first sight. How foolish. Oh. I can't understand it either. Terrible wind. A real man should be exactly like you are, Sir Knight. Give me your hand. The knight was dumbfounded by that request. He'd rather have been in battle than having to face such an awkward situation. With growing insecurity, he was almost paralyzed. I know I would be in the sight of beauty like this. And she's got blue eyes. I've got blue eyes. Anyway, that's nothing to do with it. Why do you want my hand? Please, do not be afraid. See, I'm clean. Where's this going? Despite the confusion, the young man still complied with Eliza's unexpected request. Here. This is the first time I have had the honor to shake the hand of a man who truly is a man. Okay, that's enough. He pulled his hand away. See, if I had shaken the hand of those two, they'd have immediately assumed I was interested in them. I wouldn't allow them to think that, for all the gold in the world. They do not know how to live in harmony with the opposite sex. Oh, bless our freedom to chat without implications, and all that ridiculous hogwash. Good word. You're talking about the prince and the merchant, right? Ellipses. The girl didn't deem that rhetorical question even worthy of a reply. Turning away for the night, she looked out of the window, wishing to end the conversation and go back to her duties. Oh. Your Excellency, I am very sorry, but now I really have to go. Do not hesitate to let me know if of any wish you may have. I will give you more attention that way else ever in this inn. Please excuse me now, she replied, nearing the door. Wait a second. Why do you treat me so well? Immediately, continued the knight, grabbing Eliza's hand, in an attempt to stop her. Because aside from your merit and aside from your social standing, I am certain that I can speak freely with you. I bet that I'll be able to leash this one quite quickly. I understand. But please, if you have work to do not linger for me. He replied, letting go of the hand after realizing the rash action he had taken. Yes, sir, I'm going to do my last chores before turning in. Good. If you wish to come visit me again, I'll be happy to have you. Literally, maybe? To be honest, I never enter my guest rooms, but I will come visit you sometime. The girl replied with a smile, and she tried to leave once more. To me? Why? Asked the knight without thinking, again trying to keep the innkeeper there. Steady, steady, knight. Does he wish to keep me here all night? because, I like you. Bingo. You like me? I like you because I feel like I can be with myself. Oh, yes, can be with myself with you. Good night, Your Excellency. She's gone. Taking her items, Eliza finally exited the room with a satisfactory smile, slowly closing the door in order to avoid any noise. Good night. The room was now empty, except for the knight. The young man was so lost in thought that he could barely breathe. Do I really know what I'm doing? I always kept women at due distance, but this one seems able to crumble every single one of my convictions. Her honesty, her smoothness in talking. After pondering for a long time, he finally reached the bed, laying on the bed sheets and taking in the nice smell that Eliza left. Oh, her smell is extraordinary. Somehow, that girl sure does not go unnoticed. I'd rather chat with her than any other woman. However, giving in to her compliments and losing my freedom, never! Right. Keep away from all of them. With his mind still full of thoughts, he took off his shoes, his armor, and his sword, which he placed leaning on a wall. Once undressed, he slid into the sheets and pulled the covers up until his nose. So he once again felt that nice smell. Do I really know what I'm doing? Despite all his thoughts, exhaustion got the better of him as he drifted into sleep. Ooh. New chapter unlocked. Cool. The next morning began the same as the one before. The waiters tended to the rooms, the cooks were preparing breakfast for the customers, and Eliza was at the lavatory. Oh. Okay, TMI. Two women came in from the main entrance. They were distinguished, elegant, and seemed unaccompanied. Hello. Fabrizio. Welcome, mesdames. How can I be of service? Katrina. I don't know if I can do another voice for that. Let's see. We have a good... Oh, I don't know. We have heard good things about this place, and we would like to stay here for a few days. That's terrible. You will be satisfied with our service, I promise you. If you would follow me, I will show you to our free rooms. Fabrizio walked to the stairs, followed by the women. Once at the upper floor, the waiter grabbed the keys from his pocket and unlocked the door in the first room on the left. Here you go, he said, gesturing for the women to enter and take a look at the suite. This suite has 2 bedrooms and a small dining room. Very elegant, but maybe a bit wasteful. We do not need 2 separate bedrooms. We'd rather have an extra room for our own guests. Hearing that, Fabrizio nodded and closed the door and moved on to the next room. In that case, I have just what you need. He then opened the door to show them the interior of the second room. Oh, cool. Madams, take a look at this other room. There is a bedroom, a dining room, and a small lounge for guests. If sleeping in a double bed is not a problem for you, then you can take this room right away. Perfect. This is just what we're looking for. Are you the owner of this inn, or are you just a waiter? So these two sleep together. Waiter, at your service, madame. Ah, Rebecca. This is Rebecca. They are very professional at this inn. Waiter, my ears are all yours. Ask the owner to come. I'd like to discuss the payment. She'll be here soon. I'll call her now. Eliza! Eliza! Oh, sorry. Who the heck are these two lovely women? At the first glance, they look like nobility. He thought while going to the laboratory. Oh, I'm gonna have to think about that one. I really believe we'll be more than fine here. I think so as well. They treat us very warmly. I hope they will not raise the price because of our titles. I thought they said something else. I really did. I thought that said. I thought that said titties. Let me just read that back. I hope they will not raise the price because of our titties. Titles, oh dear. Terrible. She'll have to speak with me beforehand. Hopefully everything will go smoothly. My friend, you're being a pessimist, as usual. I'm just saying we should not let down our guard. Fabrizio then quickly made his way to the counter to update the two noblewomen on the situation. The mistress will come to serve you now. Very well. I have served nobility in the past, therefore, as such, I can ensure that your excellency will be cared for adequately. I am glad. I shall rely on you for our stay then. For now, I have to ask you, madams, to give me your name for the registration. He said as he pulled a booklet along with a pen from under the counter. Why do I have to give my name? We are compelled as an inn to ask name, house, country, and condition of all clients at our inn. If we didn't, we'd get in trouble. Not expecting such a request, the girls looked quite worried. After a few seconds of hesitating, one of them stepped forward with a solution to the problem. I suppose some people give an alias, right? Oh, about that. We just write down the name, we are told, and we do not look any further into it. Write this then. Baroness Katrina del Poggio from Palermo. Crikey. Palermo? In Sicily? Must be a hot-blooded woman. Steady. After studying Katrina, the waiter then wrote her name in the registry. And you, madame? Rebecca. Oh, this is okay. Oh, please. Countess Rebecca. Tell him your name. Well, haven't you heard? Her Excellency. Countess Rebecca? How rude. He begins writing her name. House name. That too. Del Sol from Rome. After he was done writing their names, the waiter closed the booklet with the pen inside and carefully placed it back into the counter. We should be done here. Sorry for the inconvenience. The innkeeper should be arriving momentarily. I knew they were two noble women. I hope they are not too stingy. After taking an apple from a cup on the table, Fabrizio left the room. Most humble servant of Her Grace the Baroness. Countess, I bow to you. My lady, you flatter me too much. Eliza, peering down the aisle leading to the main room, could see the two women joking amongst themselves. I wonder if they're not who they appear to be. Look how cheerful these two are. It's just too funny. Shh, the mistress is here. Seeing the innkeeper arrive, the two noble women scrambled to recover their composure and noble demeanour. I bow to your graces. Good day. My greetings, mistress. Noticing the insolence of her companion, Katrina gave her a small pinch without being noticed, so that she'd behave better. Hey, allow me to kiss your hand. Much obliged. Katrina offered the hand while Rebecca desperately tried to prevent herself from laughing. You too, your grace. With a candid smile, Eliza asked for Rebecca's hand as well. It's fine. Come on, accept the graciousness of this young woman. Give her your hand. No, it's fine, really. You are too modest. Give me your hand, miss. Here. No longer able to contain her laughter, as she offered her hand, Rebecca turned away. Are you laughing, milady? Why? My dear Countess, she is still laughing at me. I said something earlier that caused all of this. Why are these two women alone? Oh, now I understand. I bet these two are not noble women. If they were, they would be accompanied. Eliza answered while looking around, hoping to see the knight. I haven't seen him since this morning. I would like to have a word with you about the payment. The payment? Certainly. But are you by yourself? Do you have any husbands or servants? Asked the innkeeper, trying to better understand the situation. The Baron, my husband. Rebecca smothered another burst of laughter with her hand. What is wrong, milady? My dear, why are you laughing? I am laughing about the Baron, your husband. Yes, he is a playful one, always telling jokes. He will be here as soon as possible, together with Count Orazio, Countess Rebecca's husband. Rebecca could barely hold it together. At this point, she wouldn't be able to keep it up much longer. Does His Grace, the Count, also make you laugh? Rebecca, keep some of your dignity. Ladies, you don't have to keep the act up now. We are alone. Nobody is listening in this country or barony, even real. What are you implying? Are you questioning our nobility? Forgive me, milady. Do not lose your temper, or you will make our countess laugh again. Haha. Oh, it is no use. Countess! She exclaimed threateningly, interrupting her. I know what she meant, milady. Even if you can guess who we are, I will give you all of my respect. Why keep faking it? You two are not nobility. Are you saying you know us? Oh, well done. She can't even stay in character for a bit. I can't act off stage. Off stage? I applaud you, Baroness. I like your honesty. Sometimes I find pleasure in allowing myself some freedom. Yet again, Eliza managed to come up on top, proving to be a smart and witty innkeeper, having been very satisfied of having discovered that small deceit. She chose to forgive the two fake noble women. and I love to no-end people like you. Feel free to use my inn. You are welcome here. However, a word of warning, if any prestigious customer comes, you will have to move to another room. Deal. No deal. When I spend my money, I want to be served like a noble woman. And in that room, I feel like that. I have no reason and no interest in changing to another room. Please, Baroness, be reasonable. Eliza saw the prince strolling down the aisle from the corner of her eye. Oh, here's a gentleman staying in this room. When he sees women, he immediately starts to woo them. Is he rich? I do not know about his finances. I am not sure. There he is. Excuse me, may I enter? Yes, please come in. Honour to make your acquaintance, my ladies. The honour is all ours. Did they just arrive? The prince asked in a whisper to Eliza. Yes, Your Grace, do you want me to introduce you? Yes, my lord, they came to stay in the inn. He's always clinging to me. Tottenham. Ah, new traitor looked. Good karma, nice. Yes, Your Grace, do you want me to introduce you? Gladly, Eliza, thanks. This is the Baroness Katrina Dal Poggio, maybe. And this is the Countess Rebecca de Sol. The prince did not lose a moment, throwing himself in the conquest of the two beautiful women. Oh, my dear ladies. And who do you mean, my lord? I am the Prince of Forlimpopoli. The innkeeper kept her cover, so we can continue our act. That's fortunate. It's an immense pleasure to be able to meet a noble man like you. If you ever are in need of anything, say your command. I am happy that you came to stay at this inn. The mistress is elegant and courteous. This man is full of kindness. He honours me with his protection. It was impossible to miss the irony in Eliza's words. However, the prince didn't appear to grasp it. Yes, certainly. I protect her, and I protect all those who stay at this inn. I am ever in need. I will be counting on you or help, my dear prince. And that goes for you as well, Countess. I'll be deeply honoured to have a good prince like you as my protector. Rebecca seems really awkward, she whispered to Katrina. The title of Countess is embarrassing her. The prince pulled out a silk scarf. He looks like he wanted to wipe his forehead. They're all here. Cool. Great looking scarf, Mr. Prince. Ah, what do you think? You like it? I have good taste. That's for sure. I'm not very knowledgeable about scarves. Very beautiful, yes. Where did he get that rag? I really hope he doesn't get any funny ideas. Have you ever seen such a beautiful scarf? Superb. I have seen something like it. If you gifted it to me, I accept in a heartbeat. This came from London. It's marvellous. As I've said, I have good taste. It needs to be folded properly or it will ruin. This kind of item must be kept with a maximum care. Here, have it. After carefully folding the cloth, the prince gracefully offered it to the innkeeper. You want me to bring it to your room? No, put it in yours, because it is a gift for you. You're really kind, but you don't. But you know that I never accept gifts from customers. No, your grace, forgive me. I cannot accept this. This cloth is yours. Uh-oh. I repeat, I'm gifting it to you. But I don't want it. Do not anger me, replied the prince, furious. He did not expect their reaction. Who knows what miraculous scheming he had thought up in order to earn the money needed to buy an object of such great value. Well, about this, immediately replied the mistress, saving everyone from impending disaster. The prince knows this well. I do not mean to disrespect anyone. To keep everyone happy, I will accept his gift. She had often used this sentence to save herself in the past. Looks like we've got a rival, she whispered to Katrina. And we would be the fake ones? What do you think? Such a nice scarf, and I gifted it to my mistress. You are a generous man. I have always been. This is the first gift he gives me, and I really do not want to know how he came in possession of this scarf. Mr. Prince, can we find similar scarves in Florence? I would be happy to receive one just like that. Similar to this one, it will be difficult, but we can try. Good job, Countess. Mr. Prince, do you know the city well? Could you introduce me to a good shoemaker? I need a new pair of shoes. After the two were done with their requests, without even saying please once, which greatly upset the prince, they approached him. Yes, I will send you my way. Never mind. My dear prince, would you be so kind as to keep us company for a while? Maybe have lunch with us? Yes, I'd be glad. The two noble women were now about to walk over to the dining room. However, the prince stayed behind for a moment to whisper something to the innkeeper. Dear Eliza, do not be jealous. I only have eyes for you. You know that. Feel free to give them company. I'm just glad you are having fun. You will be in our company. We don't know anyone here, so you can be our company for tonight. Oh, sweet ladies, I will oblige with immense pleasure. Believing the situation had been settled, the prince was full of joy, as he was convinced there wouldn't be any more problems that day. However, he would soon stumble on the arrival of his arch nemesis. Oh no, not the merchant. The merchant! Oh god, okay. Eliza, I was looking for you. Oh no. I am here with these two noble women. Noble women? I only bow to you. Greetings to you, sir. This one is even richer than the other one, she whispered to Rebecca, winking. I'm not good with words. Who said he'd be interested in your words? Hey, Eliza, show the merchant the scarf, he whispered in the direction of the innkeeper. Look, sir merchant, the great gift that the prince gave me. Unfolding the scarf completely, Eliza showed it once more to everyone. The merchant immediately raised his gaze, patted the prince on the back in a very sarcastic way, and congratulated him. Oh, my congratulations! Good job, Mr. Prince. It's nothing, nonsense. Put it away. I do not want the word to spread. I do not want to be known for such acts. It must not be known, but nevertheless he tells me to show it. Pride does not mix well with poverty. If these two noble women would allow me, dear Eliza, I'd like a word with you. Go ahead. Obviously, as thoughtful as he was, the merchant prepared a nice introductory speech, together with his surprise visit. Just an instant before he started talking, he heard once again the prince interrupting. You will ruin that cloth in your pocket. I will put it in my room later to avoid that from happening. Eliza would never be able to discover how in the world the prince managed to acquire that scarf. Her perplexities, though, did not last long. In fact, the merchant wasted no time. With a smug grin, he pulled out a casket containing a necklace of immense value. Ooh! Look at this small ruby jewel! Beautiful! It is similar to the earrings I gifted you yesterday. Seeing the generous gift offering to the innkeeper by the merchant, Katrina and Rebecca started whispering between each other. That's true, but this necklace is even more beautiful. The merchant be damned with his gems and his gold. It seemed like all the attention had shifted to the merchant. That diamond and ruby necklace was so unbearably real, that the prince had to convince himself that these events were not part of a bad dream, as he might have hoped. Now, so you may have a correct pairing of earrings, I will gift you this necklace. I will absolutely not take it. Do not wrong me this way. Oh, I never wrong anyone. Here we go again. So in order to not offend, Sir Merchant, I will accept this necklace. Both Katrina and Rebecca, maybe in a moment of jealousy, were talking behind Eliza's back about her behaviour and her suitors. I was sure she would have accepted that gift. Smart move. Ah, what do you think, Mr. Prince? Isn't this jewel elegant? I find this scarf more tasteful for its genre. Yes, but between scarves and jewels, there is quite a big genre difference. It was then the prince realized how shrewd his rival had been. The merchant managed to gift that necklace with such precise timing that he completely nullified all his efforts to look good in front of the innkeeper. My greatest congratulations to Mr. Merchant. Publicly flaunting his large expenditure, was obviously bitter, while his voice got louder. Yes, maybe you do your gifts in private. Well, he did undoubtedly gain a lot from this little dispute. It was now clear that the prince would never prevail in this contest. Loudly pouting, he chose to ignore the merchant's taunts and attempted a last-ditch effort to convince Katrina and Rebecca to leave the room with him. I'm beyond such pettiness, my ladies. Let us reach the dining room for lunch. Who is this other gentleman? Spoke the girl, getting closer. I am the merchant of Alba Fiorita. At your service. Whoa. It is a renowned family, I know it. Both girls were now leaning towards the merchant, showing interest. It is an immense pleasure to make her acquaintance. Are you staying here? Yes, milady. Will you be here long? I believe so. Miladies, you must be tired of standing, so would you please follow me? What land do you come from, Mr. Merchant? Duchy of Florence. Whilst having a West Country or Cornish accent. Very good. Oh, we sort of share heritage then. I'm from Tuscany. Nice place, really good. I'm at your service, my ladies. That's the voice. Are you by yourselves? Nobody to accompany you? That will be me, mister. You can rest assured that these noble women would have no need of you. The words of the prince got lost in the emptiness of the room, and at this point, Katrina and Rebecca had only eyes for the merchant. The prince is not doing very well at all. We are all alone, Mr. Merchant. We will explain why later on. Eliza? Sir? I have a table for 3 prepared in my room. That is, if you two wish to keep me company. Gladly. But I was invited by the noblewoman. Complained the prince, doing his best to avoid the inevitable final blow. They can do as they please, but I only have enough space for 3 in my small room. I can hardly believe that. Come on, Sir Merchant. The prince will have us as guests another time. Moving towards the door, Katrina entered the room. Mr. Prince, if you find that scarf, do let me know, please. Following her friend, Rebecca also exited the room, chuckling. Damn him. He stole the 2 girls from right under my nose. What are you complaining about? This is no way to behave, especially with a nobleman of my rank. Forget it. I do not wish to speak any more of it. The Countess wants a scarf, just like that. She won't have it. Eliza, hold on to it with the utmost care. I can find plenty of rubies and diamonds, but scarves like that are unique. With that said, the prince walked out of the room with his head high, moving towards the main entrance. Oh, what a madman. Eliza, do you mind if I spend a few moments in the company of these 2 fine noble women? Go right ahead, sir. I do it for you. Oh, no, another one. I do it to increase the prestige of your inn. By now you should know I am yours. Yours in my heart, and yours are my riches. You may do whatever you wish with all that. Hearing the 2 calling for him, the merchant finally left the room as he slowly closed the door behind him. Eliza was left utterly alone. She stopped for a second to think about all that had just happened. With all the riches and his gifts, he will never make me fall for him, even less so for the prince and his ridiculous protection. If I were forced to choose between the 2, I would certainly choose the one who spends more. But I do not care for either of them. I decided I want to woo the knight, who doesn't care about women at all. You see, that may be a ploy, I don't know. And I would give up that challenge. And I wouldn't give up that challenge for a duel twice as big as this one. I would embrace this challenge. I do not know if I have the skills of those 2 women, but I will try regardless. The merchant and the prince will be busy chasing the 2. They will leave me alone, so I will have no obstacles as I try and spend some time in the night. With his usual book in hand, the knight was wandering around the room as the waiter served the soup on his dining table. He looked restless and impatient, as if something was bothering him. He struggled to recognize himself without his normal serious and rational appearance. So, is lunch ready yet? Tell your master that the soup is ready. You can tell him yourself. He's so grumpy that I don't even want to talk to him. He is not a bad person. He just can't stand women, but otherwise he is quite friendly. He cannot stand women. What a fool. Doesn't he know what he's missing out on? Your Grace, lunch is ready. The knight closed the book as he reached for the table for lunch. Still fuming, he sat as usual near the window. He laid out the cutlery and placed his table napkin on his knees. Whew! It seems like lunch is early today. Oh, wrong accent. He commented thoroughly as the servant was about to bring hot soup to the table. Mistress orders was the reply. No further explanation was given. Oh, soup was good. This roux is being served before all others. Sir Merchant insisted on being the first to be served, but the mistresses wanted you to have this. Mistress wanted you to have this right, Your Grace. I am flattered by the care she gives me. She is a skilled woman, Your Grace. In many years of work, I've never met a more courteous innkeeper. You like her, huh? He asked while lingering on his lunch. He was certainly more interested about the latest news on Elisa, the innkeeper. For this reason, he turned around slightly to look at his servant in the eye. If it weren't disrespectful to my master, I would be glad to come and work for Elisa as a waiter. Poor fellow, what would you want her to do with you? A woman like her, I would serve her faithfully like a dog. What a bunch of nonsense. This talk is just making my soup colder. After a few minutes, the servant started cleaning up the table, putting the soup plate away on a shelf by the window, and preparing the table for a second course. After double-checking that everything was in order, he then went away to fetch more food. Can I save this? I can save it. Right, I'm going to save here because I just realised this episode is excruciatingly long. Right, 54. Don't know what that means. No, stop. As a leave for Laverio, she can try it. Right, okay, menu. So let's go to. Would it actually quit the whole thing, or would it go back to the main menu? No, we're at the main menu. Wow, okay, I don't know how long this episode's been, but I'm guessing it was quite a long episode. So I think I was quite enthralled, quite engaged with the episode. It's very hard to narrate a story for me. Well, and I suppose just falls into the category as well. But nonetheless, it's a great game so far. I love trying to narrate a story because it helps me as well. It helps me sort of but no, I'm enjoying it so far. I seem to have unlocked a few things. Codex. Like here's the karma, here are the traits. Okay, these two are hidden. So, kind and opportunist I've unlocked for her. These are all her emotions. Okay, so no traits unlocked for him, no karma. What about this dude? Any traits? No. No karma either. What else we got here? Music, gallery. Oh wow, okay. I've only got one picture there. Don't know what this season pass is, but I'm missing a few pictures there. Story chapters. So I'm here. Okay, so this goes down here. So it looks like there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 endings. Well, 5 including a special. That says it's coming soon. Okay. But anyway, this has been Elisa the Inkeeper. This is still in early access, but I will leave a description. I will leave a link in the description below so you can go off and play it yourself. And see what you think. So, like the video. if you enjoyed it. And see you in the next one. Cheerio!